Next month will mark the 7-year anniversary of one of the most unbelievable stories many of us have ever witnessed. It was January 15th, 2009. 2009. Captain Chesley Sullenberger steered a disabled Airbus A320 to a safe landing on the Hudson River, saving the lives of all 155 people on board. The final passenger to step off that plane is in our studio today. Dave Sanderson is in the Metro this week, sharing firsthand his account of the miracle on the Hudson and how it changed his life forever. Thanks so much for being here, Dave.
Well, thank you very much for having me today.
First of all, as I told you, I got to start with that sensation that you're falling out of the air. What's going through your mind?
Well, the moment he crossed over the bridge and you knew it pretty much probably could be your last moment of life, everything sort of passes before your eyes pretty quick. And you say your final words and hopefully you've connected and cleared all your slate because you're probably not coming back.
Talk about the impact.
It was a very hard impact. He estimates about 100, 120 miles an hour because he was coming straight out of the sky. So it was a hard impact. I went back in my seat and up in my seat very quickly like most other people on the plane.
And when you realize that it didn't end the way you were all dreading, talk about that sense of euphoria.
Well, at the moment when you look up and say, I have a chance, okay, you have that sense, but all of a sudden you realize there's water coming in the plane immediately. And you're in away from ankle to waist deep in water immediately. So now you have the issue of getting out of the plane, which was a whole different situation. And
when you did get out of the plane, there were people already there waiting to save you.
Right.
This is where the Red Cross comes in. That's the significance of the blanket that you brought with us. They hauled you to shore and they wrapped this around you. And what did that mean to you in that moment of need?
In that moment, I couldn't walk because I was been in the water for 6, 7 minutes. So those 3 people, the 2 EMTs and Jim from the Red Cross, carried me to the triage center. And candidly, I didn't open the blanket thing because I wasn't able to, but it was sort of my signal and sort of what I hold on to is the first thing the Red Cross does is give you comfort immediately when you're in time of a crisis. And that's why, whether you're in a fire or a flood, whatever it may be.
No matter what the crisis is, and that's part of the reason you're in the Metro this week. Explain what the message is you're here to share.
Well, I'm excited to be back in Des Moines. This is the 3rd time I've been in Des Moines, but the first time for the Red Cross. And we're doing some some fundraising and thanking the local volunteers pretty much for what they do. We were in Cedar Rapids last night, and tomorrow we'll be in Des Moines and celebrating what they do here and hopefully help raise some much needed funds.
You were the last passenger off of that airliner. Under what circumstances did it happen to be that you were the last man off?
It wasn't my intention. My intention was to get to the aisle, get up and get out. That's exactly what I thought. But when I got to the aisle, something happened that changed everything. And my mom, who passed away in 1997, started talking to me. And I heard, if you do the right thing, God will take care of you. And I had to make a choice what to do. And I chose to stay in the back to make sure we got everybody out, because I was still alive. I didn't know if anybody else was making it in the back of the plane.
And so you helped usher those people out before yourself.
We made sure everybody got out. That's correct. We all worked together as a team to make sure everybody got. Then it was my time to go out.
And talk about what that means as far as your place in history, because you've written a book, you got a book coming out, there's a movie coming out. Who do you want to play you in the movie?
Well, that's a great question. At first I didn't know, and then so I questioned my daughters. They will give you candid good feedback. What they said is Chris Evans, Captain America, All-American boy. So I don't think he's playing me for sure. I know that. But that's what I like to have. I had my wish.
That's outstanding. You've alluded to this a little bit, but talk about how this changed your life. You mentioned your daughters.
That's right. It gave me an opportunity to reprioritize what I did. I was always hard charging, just like my father. Make money, do your right thing by your family, but then you realize you miss a lot of things. So now I prioritize around my family. Everything that I do, including this trip, I prioritize around my family because I realized they're growing up very quick and I missed a lot. I don't want to miss anymore. So that's number one that I changed.
Wow. The book that's coming out, what's it called? Where can people get their hands on it?
It's called Moments Matter. It'll be coming out January 14th online. It will be online on my website, Dave Sanderson Speaks, and at $1 of every copy goes back to the Red Cross.
How do you feel about the way this incident has captured America's attention?
What I think is there's a lot of negativity in 2009. There's a lot of things not positive in this country, but all of a sudden you have a captain, a crew, and passenger that did something that never been done before. Yeah. And it gave people a positive experience to start off the year, especially with such negativity coming into it. So I think it really gave people a sense that, there is hope. And that's if you talk to Captain Sullenberger and some of the other people, they'll tell you the same thing. It's really a message about hope.
Tom Hanks is going to play him in the movie. Clint Eastwood is directing. You've already shot something for this?
I was asked to be involved, and I've already shot a couple scenes, correct.
All right. Wish you could tell us more. Wish you could reveal more about that. But I know Hollywood's got to keep its secrets.
Right.
All right. Thanks so much, Dave. You can hear more of his story tomorrow at a Red Cross fundraiser. It's happening at 5:30 at Forte Event Center on 3rd Avenue. That's just south of Wells Fargo Arena, right across the street. Free to attend, but the Red Cross asks that you RSVP first. You can do that by calling the number on your screen, 246-6314, or just shoot an email over to iowaredcross@gmail.com, and that's how you can get involved in funneling some cash this special time of year to the organization that's the front line in taking care of people in need. Dave Sanderson, thanks so much for being with us on the News at 4.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.